Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios proudly brings to you its gaming and entertainment news of the week with your hosts and tag team partners. He's Bubba Duke, I'm OMD, and welcome to the Boar's Nest. And tonight, joining us from the Window Liquors, the host of Deep Fried Fridays, co-host on the Chris Parrish podcast, our friend and now yours, the voice, Joshua Joseph.
Bada bing, bada boom.
How goes it, everybody?
It's going well, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. Choked on a little Mountain Dew there, but doing great, doing fantastic. Glad to be here on a Boar's Nest night, which is Thursdays at 8 p.m. Unless there's some movie news, then it's a little earlier. Right, Bubba Duke? Did I get that right?
Yeah, buddy. Sometimes we start a little earlier, depending on how much.
Sometimes we do. Good evening, Mr. Best. Good to see you here.
Thank you for showing up, my friend. Yes, normally we will be playing games, but tonight I decided to say, let's have good old Double J, the voice, Joshua Joseph, on the show. I haven't seen you all week, my friend. Kind of feeling lonely. Thought I'd say, hey, what the hell? We were going to have Terry on, the Bulkster. Oh, yeah. But
yeah,
he's being a loser playing poker. I said, no, I ain't coming on. I got a razz to do because you know what? Been talking to him quite a bit lately, just kind of building that rapport with him. He's a great guy and awesome to have like jokes with. In the middle of the day, I'm just like bummed out, and he's sending me these text messages about weird jokes. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, just from that small sample that I had with him, great guy. I'd love to get together and do another show with him, have him join us. But as you alluded to, he's busy playing cards, gambling.
Yeah, he thinks he's a regular Kenny Rogers or whatever the hell that one gambler.
The gambler
was.
That was Kenny Rogers. Yep.
I mean, you guys are not wrong with Terry, the Bulkster. I've known the man for since our teens, and we went to school together. He was a year or two ahead of me, but the one great thing about Terry is that he has a giant heart, and he loves the fact that you guys over at Turnbuckle Studios even liked a word he said, let alone let him be a part of a couple watch-alongs, which he's so looking forward to the next one he gets to be a part of.
Awesome.
The guy is he's a phenomenal person. Him and his wife they are just like, they're the fun nerd couple that you always want in a sitcom. That come over. They're just great people. I can't say enough great things about Terry, and I'm so glad that the world has joined, and he has joined in with us, and he's becoming a part of the world we're creating.
That is fantastic.
It's 100%. You want a good look into this man's life? Find his TikTok, bro. One yesterday or the day before with his wife. I'll be honest with you. I I nearly peed myself. I was laughing so hard. I was like, and your wife knows you did this? He's like, yeah, she approved it before I put it. I'm like,
Did you send that to OMD?
and dude, I didn't even think I was. Yeah, no, it
Well,
will be going.
we'll send
that
it to
way,
you, OMD.
All right, sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good.
It's fantastic.
though. Side note though, um, I think I found our new game that we're gonna play. OMD.
Okay.
It's on free to play right now. Free to play days. Gangs of Sherwood,
Okay.
based off the Robin Hood stories.
Right.
I've been waiting for this game to go either to Game Pass or
Right.
to this free play, and it's on there now. We're playing it right.
Okay. So it's probably going to be like a free play weekend,
Another
which
month.
means
I'm gonna start pushing through Gears of War 5
yeah.
and get it closer to being done so we can finish it. Because, dude, I'm losing sleep because I want to play this freaking game now.
Well, you know what? I finished my run through of the solo campaign again last night.
Yeah.
But again, like there's still stuff I have to go back and find because there's just one achievement now, two achievements now that I want in there. And I hit 90% in that game on all the collectibles.
Okay.
And I'm at about 85% for having Jack, our little robot, fully upgraded. So I got to go through
Ooh.
again.
Nice.
Well, as a fan who's watched you guys play Gears of War 5, I have a question for specifically OMD because you're the one who got Bubba Duke into this specific
He did.
game. What draws you specifically, OMD, to Gears of War? I mean, because you seem to really enjoy the playthrough, even though you got Bubba like, oh man, oh no, I'm just gonna blow this up.
I do. When we started the whole series, and I mean, we couldn't do 2, 3 in Judgment due to server issues.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I did not enjoy it.
Really?
It took until Gears 3 for me to truly get in, and then it got simpler. Judgment. Then I went back, played 1 and 2 again, and it was okay. This isn't bad. But Gears 4, Gears 5, and then it was just sort of the whole premise and the way it's flowed. And now it's, gone from the original generation of Gears to this new generation in the storyline, as opposed to just rehashing the same old characters for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games.
So you kind of you appreciate the evolution of a good game
Yes.
series.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if they change some things up, you're not one to instantly start complaining about it. You'd rather
No.
try it out and see if you like it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. I see,
Exactly.
and I think that's kind of like a draw for your guys' Thursday night Boar's Nest is because like OMD, you can see that like you got a mindset that likes to play games and to keep it going and to find and to discover something you're going to enjoy for more than just one disc.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see you bring Bubba Duke into your world, like with Gears. I mean, it works. I like it. I mean, I'm just talking as a fan because
Right.
I mean, that's why I'm on here. I mean, honestly,
Thank you.
nothing special, but just to talk about. I like the chemistry you guys have with this, and I like the evolution that of the gameplay and how OMD brings Bubba into it. It's kind of a cool little world that you guys have built.
Thank you. We
Thank you.
really appreciate that. Yeah, I've got him into that. He's got me into some different games. I'm going to be trying Diablo out at the end of March when it comes to Game Pass.
That's a good one.
Oh, excited.
And Bubba's going to actually step in and start to try Resident Evil, whether he waits and does 2 or does the 3 remastered, which I have both now, and I got to get back into playing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
It's,
an Indiana Jones autographed picture over here, but behind that is my Diablo 3 playthrough book, the guide, like that big
Nice.
thick ass one that you
yeah,
buy.
they're
Yeah,
they're
so
Right.
it's back there. I haven't played Diablo in forever. I got way too into it.
well.
Way too into it.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I've stayed up on my days off. Literally worked all day Friday, come home, ate, okay, go to my room, shut my door, as you can see, closed, and stayed up the entire weekend playing Diablo, not
Mhm.
thinking. And then it's like, oh, bro, it's Sunday night. Like, I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up in like 3 hours for work. Like, it's the kind of game that you can lose yourself in, which I'm
Oh, very
finding
true.
very easy to do right now with Gears of War. Like, I'm itching to play this Gears of War game. Like, you have no
Right.
idea.
Well, we can
It's pretty
always
cool.
do a special edition of the Boar's Nest and keep playing on the weekend or any night
Oh
now,
yeah,
for that matter. Which we have
yeah.
been
I'm
known
thinking
to do as
Sunday
well
again.
as do a special edition and go live with that. Do you guys have any other news that you want to bring to us?
Um, the only thing I seen was they're really pushing the new WWE game. I hope
Right.
That's our boy right now.
Terry's winning some chips. It seems like, or he just
Yeah.
went to Walmart and bought a pack of
I
chips.
think he just went to.
But
This is
I
what you
know,
get for not coming, Terry.
I know if Terry was here, that's one that he would want to talk about. But they've seemed to be really pushing this one. Like they're
Right.
putting a lot of effort into it. And actually,
Yeah.
it seems like one that they're listening to the fans a lot more about with the way they created it.
Right.
Like
And
this one.
speaking of that, they did announce, and we've shared it. Yes, Chris Best has said he pre-ordered 2K24 today, and he can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
They also announced the 4 DLC packs
Oh,
Yes, I seen that.
already, including the Post Malone pack.
Yes.
what a
The-
life!
Yeah. Right. You
And
know
then
you
I
made
don't.
it when you're part of a video game, right?
Yes, and I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a clip, and I'm not sure if I sent it to you, Bubba. I'll have to send it to you if I can find it again. And it's Post Malone talking trash to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'm gonna pull a JR move right here and say Post Malone, he's gonna stomp a mud hole in you, boy. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't
As
see
old as
Post
he is,
Malone
he still
walking
would
out of
stomp
that.
a mud hole in somebody.
Right?
Yeah, he
No.
would
No, not
be
at all.
aggressive. One of the last people I would want to taunt in a WWE company.
Right? The guy's been retired for how long, and he would still whoop your ass. Like,
Yeah.
in a
He's a
heartbeat.
Texan. That's what he would do. He's gonna invite you in, have a beer with you, but then by the end of the night, you're probably gonna say something stupid to piss him off, and he's gonna fucking let you know.
Yeah.
And what a life to be a doodle bear, and then now you're just like people pay hundreds of dollars to see you sing. You get to be a part of WWE. You get to be a part of all these. I mean, Post Malone's got the life.
He does.
Insane. And he's a country star now.
You know, I was just gonna say, isn't that idiot singing country music now?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a country
Legit.
star now.
Oh, okay. So he's going to go on tour with Beyonce then, and they're going to do a.
He did it before her, though.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for like this whole country thing for like a year now.
Oh, wow.
Toby Keith and him were best friends. And Toby Keith got him into doing country music. So he's been doing it for, Jesus, what, 2-3 years now?
Well,
Yeah, he said he there's something about country that really makes him feel like he's being a true musician.
right. And I know he's also been a former guitarist and shredder in
Mhm.
heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he's done it all. Like,
Yeah. And speaking of
it's
that,
seamless.
Speaking of that, I had the privilege last weekend of going to an amazing hard driving rock show. JJ, I know you've met these guys and hung out with them at one of their first shows. This was the second time I've gotten to see them, and I went and saw Blackstone Cherry and Saint Sonia last Saturday night.
Blackstone Cherry's so good live.
No, I was fifth row. I lost my voice to them, and it was funny because BSC played longer, even though Saint Sonia headlined.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is a co-headlining tour, and I mean, what a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen some of your pictures and I was like, oh, I wish I had my passport.
Yeah, like I was fifth row, dead center.
No, that's
I
excellent.
was super happy that you got to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Bless you.
Blackstone Cherry is a phenomenal group, and the years haven't done any damage to them.
no,
They're
and
still
it's
them and still sound amazing.
and it's still the original lineup. Like there's
Yeah.
been no changes. They didn't make it about, oh, I'm going to introduce this guy on the drums, this guy on guitar. No, it was just all Blackstone
Yeah.
Cherry.
And here's another thing I really liked about them. It was very kind of weird because in the same weekend that I met Blackstone Cherry, I also met this like LA rock band that wasn't like, they had one hit. I don't even remember their name off the top of my head, but they had one hit that was played on the radio that was decent. And then I also met what are their names? ZZ Top. That weekend.
Okay.
But they shooed me away. But Blackstone Cherry, I found out they don't do drugs,
No.
alcohol, nothing. And they were laughing because like everybody who wanted an autograph from them, because they played early in the afternoon and stayed that whole day for that festival and walked the festival grounds. I mean, this is before they maybe had their very first hit single out.
Right.
And
Wow.
they were just walking around. Nobody was really bugging them, but people were coming up and being like, "Hey, can you sign this?" And when I went up, and it was like towards the end of the night, and we were going to invite them to this pub that we go down to, and I was like, "Hey, can you sign the girl I was seeing, her little brother's he found some cigarette pack on the ground and he just wanted the drummer's autograph." So the drummer, he signs it and he goes, "You know what's weird, man?" He goes, "This is about like maybe the 600th cigarette pack I have signed
Nice.
over today." He's like, "People down here just want their cigarette pack signed." I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of weird, man." But yeah, those guys are so down to earth people, and like OMD, if you ever got a chance, you could actually probably meet them and talk to them. That's how down to earth these guys are.
The first time I saw them back in 2014
Mm-hmm.
at Rock on the Range in Columbus, I did.
Oh, awesome.
I went to the FYE tent. That was the Magic Mountain album.
Oh, okay.
And FYE Records did, the meet and greet. So I bought the album. They signed it. And they're like, yeah, no photography, anything like that. And I walk in, and of course, everybody's got their phones, and the guitarist just like, get your pictures.
That's awesome. Yeah, they were awesome that night. It was they put on a hell of a show.
And it was in meeting Blackstone Cherry that I actually missed the Kill Switch Engage set.
Oh,
But it was like, what do you do?
yeah. Yeah, I've been there.
So I did get an autographed copy of the new album at the show, as well as a nice long sleeve shirt from them. And I was amazed because they played more from Folklore and Superstition, Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, their third album, than they did from anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder what the choice was behind that.
I mean, and I'm not arguing because that is my favorite album from them.
Hmm.
That's probably why.
It's
Because a lot of
kind of
people,
cool.
that's probably their favorite album.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you're a fan of it, you got to assume other people are too.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
love bands like that get like they get a decent discography behind them, and then when they get established enough, when they go out on tour, sometimes they just surprise you with a set.
Yeah.
I've seen Coheed and Cambria a couple times, and both times they surprised me with the sets that they played.
Okay.
It blew me away. Like
Nice.
I would go and see them 100 more times.
Right. And it was funny because the people sitting beside me on my right, they had never even heard of Blackstone Cherry coming in, but it was their fourth or fifth time seeing Saint Asonia. And they were absolutely blown away.
That's good. That's good.
You gotta love when that happens.
Yeah.
Seven Dust has done that
hopefully-
multiple times at shows for me.
Right. Well, I will be seeing Seven Dust for the first time this summer.
Dude, I wish I could be you right now.
They are a bucket list band. I'm going to Upheaval Festival in Grand Rapids, Michigan in mid-July.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we've got Seven Dust, who's on my bucket list. Killswitch Engage, who's on my bucket list. Flat Black, which is Jason Hook, formerly of Five Finger Death Punch's new band. Saliva, the new full lineup of Saliva. Drowning Pool. Sleep Theory, Bad Omens, Beartooth.
Ooh, that sounds like a cool band.
And then one band that I will be seeing for the fourth time in Godsmack.
I want to. I'm trying to get my passport so I can go to this. Okay,
Godsmack's
just for
so
Godsmack
awesome,
alone.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, they are so great live.
They are.
Sully puts on a fucking show
Yes, he does.
every
I'm
single.
I just hope it's not a 40-minute drum battle this time.
Oh, I would. Yeah, that would be epic for me because I was a drummer in high school.
Best drummer I've ever seen live was Kid Rock's female drummer.
Really?
Oh, she blew anybody I've ever seen away live on the drums.
Wow.
Even Travis
Oh
Barker.
wow!
I've been 10 feet away from him while he was playing a drum solo on a hydraulic kit, throwing drumsticks out, and this chick blew him out of the water.
Right.
Yeah,
wow.
she and it was crazy too because it was Kid Rock's first album, and he still had Josie, the little guy, with him, and he would come out there and he was his hype man. Yeah, and
Nice.
Kid Rock paid. We have a strip club in that town called Showgirls, and they have like Showgirls 1, 2, 3. He bought out all the strippers from those and had them dance on the stage for the dude. I'm telling you, I'm not a huge Kid Rock fan, but I'm telling you right now, he puts on a fucking show. And that was the first time I seen Seven Dust. They opened up for him, and I was just like, oh my! I was like, I think a sophomore in high school. And
Okay.
I'm seeing Kid Rock, Seven Dust, being like, oh my God, this is debauchery.
I mean, again, 2014, my first festival, Rock on the Range. Kid Rock was the artist to close the weekend on the Sunday night.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, we had, Guns N' Roses on the first night. Now it was long before this reunion tour.
Yeah.
But still, it was Guns N' Roses.
Did he have Buckethead or did he have Slash?
No, he had DJ Ashba.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
So we have a question here, gentlemen.
Yes, we do.
Gamer Girl 233. Do you guys play video games? And if so, what's your favorite one? We'll start with Double J over there first.
I would say I do play video games. I actually have one going on right in front of me as I'm doing this. I got MLB 23, the show going on right now.
Nice.
I would say though, before all the new systems like 360 and all that, when those came out, I was a huge Zelda fan. Like I loved the story of Zelda, Link, all that. It was to growing up in the 90s. You know, it was like uh, Super Nintendo gave us one of the best Zelda games out there, and then they just continued on from that. But then once you get into this new era of consoles and everything, Fallout. I mean, to me, Fallout is just one of the best games done for somebody like me who enjoys doing it all in an open world. I don't just like doing a mission. I like going on a 3-day trying to find something, you know, just collecting stuff and then coming back and seeing what badass weapon I can build with it and which, you know, monsters I can take out with it, you know, what radiation people I can nail with it, you know, and to me that's fun. And I'm a huge fan of Far Cry too. I love the expansion of that game series and how they've gotten so in depth with character builds and things like that, and like the way you can explore something that could be a reality. I mean, it's not like there's magical beast or anything in Far Cry. It's usually you're kidnapped by a drug lord and you have to go around and take it out and do all that stuff. So to me, those types of games are some of my favorite, and you can't go wrong with any types of sports games and some good friends or a Mario Party. Nice. I love Mario Party.
Yes, Mario Kart. You're gonna have to add me to the Switch. And
that's
Xbox.
My stepdaughters. I don't play
care.
On that. I don't play on it though.
Play some Mario Kart, Mario Party, whatever. We can do it up. I don't play mine unless my kid's here. Never Mario Kart or Mario Partying it up. OMD, what is your favorite game?
If I've got to go back, and I'm going to do like JJ did, and I'm going to go back to the NES.
Oh, he's going to pull it up.
Oh, he's got it. It's already on.
And
right.
I'm going to. All right.
There goes his light.
It's broke now. He can't ever play it.
No, he broke it.
But
I got to go with the Mega Man, the original.
Mega Man is tits.
Yeah, buddy.
Mega Man.
When we got into like even the original Xbox pre 360, and they did the Legacy collection for that, it was fun to be able to go back and do. Of course, I love doing Banjo and Kazooie with my little guy, even a little bit of Spyro, as we await word on Spyro Across the Dragonverse.
Yep.
Again, you were right too. Like, you can't really go wrong with a good sports game. Like, I enjoy the Madden. I've enjoyed NCAA football.
Yeah.
Little bit of baseball, and again NHL. But like, I mean, as I've gotten Bubba into it, Gears, and it's a series that I play once a year. I play through the whole series.
Yeah. I think I might be doing that now too.
And you,
That's
Bubba.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to go back to I used to play Pong on the original looking Atari from the 70s. Like the very first gaming console ever made separate from a computer. My old man and I used to spend hours playing that game, just like for hours. And then you get into the newer ones, in the Nintendos. I had a game that I would obsessively play. It was called RC Pro Am, and you raced around an RC track. You were a little RC car, and you had to gather all these little like tires and different things on the track to upgrade your car and make it better. And I obsessively played that. And the other game on that one I would play was Dr. Mario with the old man.
Mm.
Play that for hours too. He was the Dr. Mario king. Like you would start at like level 1, dude started at level 10, and that's just to get warmed up, he says. Like you're starting at level 10? Oh, let me try that. And then I just get wiped out.
Right.
He's like, see? That's why you start at level 1 and I start at level 10, boy. Back to level 1 you go. And yeah, the Super Nintendo would be, yeah, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past was my, dude, I had the cheat code book, I had the map, I had everything for that game because it was just so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was cool. And then you get into these new consoles and stuff like the Xboxes and the Switches. Yeah, Switch, I'm playing anything Mario related, really. Um, I hated that those rabbit things, whatever they were, but now I'm playing.
Rabid rabbits.
Yeah, now I'm playing that game with the Mario one, where it's Mario World and the Rabbit World can collide. I don't know why, but it's fun. Um, Xbox, yeah, I'm a Halo guy, and I'll give you the reason why. The real quick story. I was an Xbox game tester before Xbox came out, so I basically game tested the original Halo so that they could get the bugs worked out. And they just kept giving me games to game test and report on and whatnot. So the Halo games for me kind of have a special spot in my heart for the Xbox. Like if I could go back and play the original one, that would be like your Gears of War would be my Halo. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Dude, this Gears of War is incredible. If I could go buy the disc and actually use it on my system, I
Right.
probably would. To be honest, I probably would. So that's where I'm at nowadays is
Right. Yes.
Xbox.
So
We do have a bit of news. Do you want to
yes,
cover the quick little bit of news that we got right now?
I can. I sure
Um,
can.
So I have, and this is the one that you sent me, is the EA is laying having was this a second mass
Second
layoff?
mass layoff in a year. They are laying off 5% of their workforce,
Yes.
up to 700 people. This was broken this morning and updated tomorrow morning since today is a leap year.
That's
They're
crazy.
streamlining their company to deliver deeper, more connected experiences for fans that build community, shape culture, and grow fandom. We expect these decisions to impact approximately 5% of our workforce.
We're gonna duct tape that thing there, man.
I can't duct tape there because I need that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Um,
What did we open? I heard it.
so,
Beer.
according
Yeah.
to their annual 2023 report, they employed approximately 13,400 people as of the end of March last year. 5% of that is 670 people.
Still, that's people that are out of a job. That's a bummer.
It is.
I'm gonna call bull crap on their reasoning though. I don't think
Yeah.
that they're going to be more trying to do what they're saying, go more in depth and create something for the fan. Because honestly, I think what they're happening to do is, and it's if you're a business, let's just take personal feelings and worrying about other people's
Yeah.
jobs out of it. From a business standpoint, I think it's a smart idea because obviously they're using more AI technology to create the games. So
Yes.
therefore you can take creators out of the equation because I don't know if you guys messed around with an AI chat or picture creator, but you can you can basically make your own movies and shit. You can ask it to write you an episode to continue the story of a show that is discontinued, and it will
Wow.
write you one that is like amazing. Like you'll be like, oh, okay, wow. I wish they would have done it this way. So
Right.
I understand what they're saying, but to me, that in this day and age, when you say things like that, when you're doing a layoff, what you're doing is you're going, please don't be mad at our company because we're getting rid of people because we got robots doing the work. We just want to make the people at the top richer. They can't say that because everybody would be like, fuck you, EA, you're done.
Right.
We're not buying
Um,
your crap anymore.
Even in this article, skirting explicit phrases such as layoff, cut, and reduction in headcount, the head stated that EA would try to shift staff to new projects or roles before it lets them go. Conversations with impacted employees have already begun and are expected to conclude around April.
I'm not buying it. I'm
I'm
buying that they're laying people off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to
lay
shift
people off.
Do you want to
Yep.
clean toilets on this floor? We're shifting you around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And-
shifting you out the door.
As a part of this, too, it says this is the second mass layoff EA has announced in less than a year. In a similar post last March, this guy Wilson revealed that the company would cut 6% of its workforce at the time, amounting to almost 800 people. So now you are looking at 1,500 people cut in a year.
Yep.
As well,
There's
they
that
are
technology for you.
moving away from licensed IPs. Bunch of stuff that I don't understand and can't get into, or don't really want to get into. They're not canceling all EA Studios games which are based on external licensed IPs. Apparently, there is a Black Panther title that is still in development, an Iron Man title that remain in development for now.
For now. Till those people get
However,
shifted out the door too.
EA has canceled the Star Wars first-person shooter that Respawn has been developing.
Bullshit. That's what I say.
Respawn, the company behind Apex, Titanfall, and the Star Wars Jedi franchises.
Are they responsible for the college football games?
EA Sports did do NCAA games, yes.
And they're getting away from the IP stuff.
Yeah, I think like something like that. They're not. We know like we haven't had an NCAA game in a number of years. I have heard something along that line that we might be getting a new one very soon.
That's what I heard too, and that's why I'm making this connection, because if they take away that IP stuff, then they don't have to pay those players for using their likeness.
No, but I mean, I'm sure that, you know, those players, yes, they'll get a little bit, but I'm sure, you know, the NCAA probably loses out on a ton of money if they don't.
Something is going to go sideways, and someone's going to call their lawyer, and bye EA Sports or EA altogether. Because I know if I wasn't getting paid for using this moneymaker or my name, dude, I would take you to court for everything you have.
Right.
Well, if we play the other side of it, though, could they be getting rid of? Could they be getting rid of people they hired from the past 10 to 15 years that were more like HR type related roles, where you have a person for this specific area where they didn't have some before, and then now they've gone 10 years with doing this, and those people working together, or you know what I mean,
right?
So they've been able to collect the ideas of who actually does the work.
Yeah,
because it's just like any other job. Just because it's in an office and they make video games, you still got the jackass who who's taking shits on the break 4 to 5 times a day, and the company's paying for it. And you're like, why am I out here loading the truck when Jim's in there taking his third shit of the day?
Yep.
So like
within 20 minutes.
yeah. So I'm wondering, I wish we
Yeah.
knew the areas that they
Right.
were thinning out.
Now, this also comes on the heels of PlayStation announcing that it was going to cut 900 of its own employees,
Jesus.
including staff at well-known development studios such as Naughty Dog, Insomniac Games, and Guerrilla Games.
Man. Huh.
Just craziness. Again, are
Some-
these just people that really aren't pulling
Right.
their weight? Or there's 3 other people that do the same job, and that person, well, we don't need you 2 people, so get lost.
Right. Now, I mean, factoring in, all these other like indie studios and other stuff, a running tally by a company called Kotaku calculates that over 8,000 people in the games industry have been laid off in the last 2 months alone.
Jesus Christmas.
That doesn't surprise me though.
No, not at all. But I mean, because you're looking at all of these major studios, all of these minor studios, but I mean, could you get a new developer studio coming out of this, and these guys coming together and saying, hey, look, we worked for them,
Well,
let's create our own.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I could go with that. Also, in the States here, we have a saying called get woke, go broke. And we all remember Gamergate, right? Do you guys remember that?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
about
so
it.
so Gamergate was basically a female personality brought up the idea that all video games are sexist towards women because they're just based towards guys. Well,
Okay.
then all of a sudden, and this happened about 10 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago, all of a sudden you started getting certain females who weren't in the industry now in the industry and at high positions. And there was other people too, like I said, get woke, go broke.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of those places were not seeing the revenue of money that they did in the previous years. And it's like I know you guys aren't a wrestling podcast on this one, but it's like
go ahead.
harken back to with the female wrestling.
Right.
Like WWE never did that. Like they never bent the knee to this whole movement of you're not being inclusive. They just did what they did and they let it go. And now look at the product.
Right.
Guys that I know who are diehard WWE, I love a giant champion. Show me dudes in tights and I'm happy. Is now that they're now cheering on, wanting women to be the main event, wanting those, So, and these are my opinions and my opinions alone.
Well, of course,
but this is what I'm seeing throughout this time. Like when companies do this, it's just like Bud Light. Okay, so Bud Light did what they did, which is whatever. I'm not gonna go into that, but they lost money on it, and now look who they have for their sponsors: Shane Gillis. They have Kid Rock. They're trying to throw money at him. He was shooting cases of Bud Light with high-powered rifles, and now they're throwing money at him. They're throwing money at the Donald Trump. They're throwing money at the UFC, and the UFC fighters are coming out there and saying, your product sucks. I don't like what you stand for. And they still have to give them the money because they've paid for the sponsorship. Like the world, there's a lot turning right now. And I think until we fully know what departments they were taking people out of and things like that.
Exactly.
I don't think these are just opinions then,
Right.
And
Yeah.
this is just talk. I just wanted to talk about. I mean, I like
Of course.
the
Yeah.
discussion on it because it kind of makes you think. Like, where does it all come from? Why would they be doing this? If I mean, just turn on Switch or Twitch on any channel you want, and somebody's playing a video game.
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Well,
Like,
same
it's
here.
not unpopular. You guys normally do that, but you have a guest tonight. So,
Yeah.
like, video games aren't unpopular. They're a
Well,
very popular thing right now.
Exactly.
So, like, it's just, it makes me go, why? Why are you doing this?
It kind of makes me think, like, I get that back in the day you had multiple people to do one job because you just needed that many people to do it. Is it getting to the point now where we just don't need like 5 or 8 people to do said job? So okay, well, you're the head of the department. Pick basically that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Okay, we don't need them because you and 2 other people can do it now.
Yeah.
Like, is that really what's going on? More than likely, and we just don't know because they're not giving detail. Like, hey,
Right.
we don't
Exactly.
need this many people in this department, so that's why we're laying people off.
Exactly. But I mean, from this too, you can see new studios forming, developing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. Maybe that's what the
Absolutely.
gaming industry needs, is these little indie mom and pop shops, as we call them, to come out and start making new product for us and reinvigorate the gaming industry to a different
Exactly.
level.
I mean, you want to take an example of an indie game that took off. I mean, I know you and I didn't particularly enjoy it, but No Man's Sky.
It just wasn't our style of game, but
No,
we did try it. Let's
we
not
did try it,
let's not
but
get it wrong.
that was an indie game that just took off. I mean, it came out by all reports, it came out buggy, glitchy,
Yeah,
and not to the point where it's at today. And I mean, now today you will go and look at it, it's stunning.
yeah. It's still not my style, but we
Right.
might revisit it because now they've got all those things worked out. Different aspects have changed a little bit. Who knows? Maybe we might visit it again. Oh, excuse me. Um, I do want to do one thing before we continue and go too far. I had um, an opportunity to talk to somebody yesterday and today about possibly sponsoring the show and all the details that would work out for us and for this person. I'm going to put up a little thing across the bottom here, a little ticker. It is True North Customs. And what this gentleman does is aftermarket for automotive and power sports accessories. So, like if you have a dirt bike, stuff like that, 4 wheelers, he can get different things for you. And then you can see all his information scrolling across the bottom. His name is Nathan Reed, as you see right there. And he gave me his uh, number that you could call him. I think it's a landline, obviously. He's got an email right there, you see, a Facebook page you could check out, and a website with all his product on it. Now, this shop is based out of the reserve here called Garden River. Right beside that shop is an automotive garage, Professional Auto. They work very close hand in hand. So if you buy a part from this gentleman here at True North Customs, that shop generally will either help install the part, mount it, whatever. I was in his office, his little storeroom kind of thing. Dude has tire like rims. Like that's just one tire, obviously, but um, so you might see us in the near future wearing some merch from this company. I'm trying to get some toques, t-shirts, ball caps, that kind of stuff with his new logo because he's making up a logo. And we might even have a commercial here for the gentleman that not only is going to be playing here on the Boar's Nest, but I might see if a certain somebody over on the far side over there that licks windows wants to jump on the bus and promote this stuff as well. But who knows? this gentleman, give him a call, text him, email him. Definitely check out his website because there's a ton of merchandise on there for everybody to look at. So True North Customs is what it's called. I just wanted to give the guy a quick shout out. And hey, who knows? He might become a main sponsor here in the Boar's Nest. So thank you for that information, my friend. It was awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and
So
you can definitely promote that stuff on the Monday show. You're a co-host,
Right?
right? Just promote it.
All right. So we do have some more news here.
Yes.
Now, this is something that I think is maybe a little bit of overkill on the part of Microsoft and on Xbox. And we're all Xbox gamers here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know Chris Best is our PlayStation guy.
He is, yes.
New Xbox console to be released this year and will be all digital. And all it is an updated Xbox Series X. It will be all white, like the Series S, digital, still have all the same hardware and the same hard drive. It does say it will feature minor upgrades at a cheaper price than the current Xbox Series X console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The company was working on 2 new consoles to be released later this year. However, one might be coming sooner than expected.
Cool.
The new all-white console will be getting a June or July release. Xbox CEO Phil Spencer also teased an exciting new hardware release dropping this holiday season. So now we got to wait till Christmas for a hardware update.
Yep. Welcome to Xbox.
Exciting.
But he said, it says in here too that he may have been referring to the Xbox Series S refresh that was leaked to be coming by the end of 2024. We do know that there is the Series S Carbon that is coming out, which is going to be all digital and black with the 1 terabyte hard drive.
Yes.
So all they're doing now is basically mirroring the consoles, changing the colors on each of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not upset with it.
I will still buy it.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going to buy it, OMD.
Right? So will I. You can also expect Wi-Fi 6E support from the new console. Now, I don't know if 6E is American or if that's going to be 6E.
Oh my God, I'm just getting used to 5G.
Right? We're on E now?
Yeah, where's this stuff coming from?
I don't know, man. I'm just getting the article from Supercar Blondie. Now, this is something that I have seen for a few days from different
different
reports.
Yeah.
My brain just went.
There is also talks of a new controller that will be a significant upgrade.
What does that mean?
That's all it says.
Upgrade. I hate when they start talking.
It would be the addition of haptics similar to the PlayStation's DualSense controllers. But if you are an Xbox fan, take these reports and rumors with a grain of salt until we get official word from Microsoft.
Very true. I like the all-white consoles.
That's what
I've always liked it.
Yeah.
Mine's it's the all white with the black.
Yeah.
It's got that black circle on the top of the fan.
Yeah.
Which never cools it down enough, really.
Well, then
I always find my Xbox is always running hot, so I turn my fan. I got a fan right here, so I just turn the fan towards it and turn it on.
I put mine next to a fire and play it because I don't care, man.
Right.
Like, whatever.
Just like whatever.
I'll go in.
If it's gonna burn, it's gonna burn.
Well, I've got 2 Xboxes in my living room, and I've got an Xbox in my bedroom.
See, they already got you, OMD. They know you're gonna buy
mine
more.
fucking sinker.
Yep. Well, I have my Xbox One Day One edition
Yeah.
still out here, although the disc drive doesn't work on it anymore.
Oh,
I've got my one Xbox One Series S in my room with the disc drive that works, and then I've got my Xbox Series S out here as well.
Wow. Just tattoo sucker right here.
Well, I was thinking about maybe getting the Xbox logo done right here as the third eye.
There you go. You just push that to turn you off and on. There you go. That's hilarious, dude.
wow. OMD's just walking around with an Xbox X, right? Tattooed right on his forehead.
Right.
There.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
And my ass would be walking behind him playing that load up music that in
Yep.
the 360.
Yep.
Push that button, find out what happens, bud.
Yeah.
Ding.
Chris
That's
Best
funny
says
as hell.
he's on 6G. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What the
Is
hell?
there a 6G?
I didn't think so. I thought we were just.
I don't think so. I thought we were on 5G. I know I've seen advertisements on American TV channels for 10G.
What?
Yeah.
From 5 to 10, bruh. I was like,
I don't know.
We skipped so many levels.
I'm like, bro,
Right?
I haven't even got off 4 yet. I'm like, what the hell?
That's
My brain.
crazy.
Oh,
That's very bizarre.
doesn't that just
But,
make you crazy?
They're just gonna G the hell out of us.
I'm surprised we're not at like 6,022,000Z yet. Like, really.
Right.
Oh my god. I mean, brain just goes poof every time people start talking about this crap.
You know,
Dude.
I heard something today that was like a stat that blew my mind. So, in New York,
Uh-oh.
let's say a borough, all the pilot lights on their stoves, gas stoves, go out.
Okay.
How long do you think it would take to relight all of those pilot lights in the entire borough? And you can pick any borough you want. That it's going to be similar, either greater or like really very
Right.
small, less than, but pretty much in the same range.
I have no idea.
You got to guess, OMD?
I'm going to hazard a guess that it's probably going to look at up to a month.
3 to 6 months it would take for them to relight all of those pilot lights if the gas went out.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
Yup.
3 to 6 months?
You have to think about it. In a borough, if you have a city part and you have
like say the Bronx.
Yeah, okay, so buildings stacked on top of each other,
Yep.
you can get like thousands of people, hundreds of people at least,
Nice.
depending on how big the building is and how high you go up. And then that's insane. It blew my mind today when I heard
That's
that.
nuts,
Right?
bro.
I was like, man, yeah, because they were talking about if things like if the electrical grids went out or
Again.
natural gas went out in certain areas, what would you do? It's almost like a disaster planning podcast. But
Oh, okay.
I was
yeah.
I was just interested because I was hearing them talk about the law that they have in New York now that they got rid of all the gas stoves.
Right.
So it's just crazy to hear when he said 3 to 6 months. I was like, what? It takes me 30 seconds to relight mine. Why are people not relighting it? Then I forgot, like they would have to go and relight the main one
and then go through the.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, man.
I got a good way of lighting them. I'll tell you the quickest way to do it. Okay.
We just hold a lighter behind your ass while you fart.
There
That's
you go.
exactly
No.
what I was-
No, I was thinking just turn all the gas on and then have a big spark. And then there
Oh.
goes the neighborhood. Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do that
Need to
and
let
tell me
those.
how it goes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I thought I better not. You hear that, eh?
I do. I do.
That means it is time to wrap up the show, gentlemen, because 6:30 a.m. comes way too damn fast.
Well, we can do that. I do have one more bit of movie news.
Ooh, movie, yes. Oh yeah, and I gotta do my show thing too.
And the actor that is starring in this movie has said that this movie will either take his career in a new direction or end it. Now, this actor has a very particular set of skills, and if he finds you, he will use them.
Mhm.
His name is Liam Neeson,
Ah,
and he is coming back with a reboot of a classic franchise, and he is bringing back The Naked Gun.
Why don't I
As in
remember those movies?
Leslie Nielsen from The Files of Police Squad.
those are some of my favorite movies.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
It was they were movies
I don't
that showed
remember.
us O.J. Simpson could act.
Yeah, they were absolutely hilarious.
Dude,
They
go
were
back and watch them.
I'm
slapstick
gonna
comedy.
I don't remember.
Um,
That's my problem. I don't remember them.
there was The Naked Gun. Was the original one was The Naked Gun from The Files of the Police Squad. There was The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, and then The Naked Gun 33 1/3. And they were all just absolutely
They're fantastic.
hilarious.
I'll have to do some research and find them and watch them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of watching, I don't remember if people remember last week I had said that Avatar: The Last Airbender dropped, the live action TV show. 8 episodes dropped. And I am now 5 episodes deep into this new show. I will highly recommend, if you've never watched any of the Avatar, anything Avatar Last Airbender, you need to go watch the anime cartoon Avatar The Last Airbender. You need to watch that cartoon first, because they literally take like 2, 3, 4 episodes and compress them into an hour long live action show. And it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then compress, and then that's the show. It's like they take different spots from within that cartoon series in that season and put it all into. So if you haven't watched The Last Airbender, the cartoon, you're gonna have a hard time following the storyline in this live action. But that being said, I highly recommend that you watch the live action Last Airbender, because it is crazy cool.
Okay.
And to see how they took the effects from the Avatar world, as they call it, and put it into live action, so that you see the spirit realm and stuff for the Avatar, where he goes when he's in Avatar mode. Dude, it's crazy cool.
Hmm.
Crazy cool. Um, the characters within the live action one are very similar, if not identical, to the cartoon. The uncle looks like, oh, that's where you got that character for the cartoon was from this dude. 100%.
Wow.
Looks almost identical.
Wow.
The king for the Fire Nation, almost identical. Like, they did a very good job of finding people that looked very similar to each character. Absolutely impressed with the special effects that they use. Awesome. Um, Getting the fireball to look like it's literally coming out of your hand as a firebender, look incredible. Like,
Oh, wow.
I if you watch this, not having any experience, you could actually believe this stuff could really happen.
Wow.
Like, guys being able to bend rock, like pick rock up without actually physically touching it. And
Right.
yeah, it's the special effects in this movie are on point. Are on this in this TV series. They're on point. I can't wait
Wow.
for the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie to come out. I think it's later this year. It's supposed to come out.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check that for everybody. I think it said it was this year. I mean, they could have changed it. Who knows? They tend to do that kind of crap on us.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so highly recommend watch it. It's incredible. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I said, I'm 5 episodes in. I'm probably gonna turn it on and go to bed.
Right.
Probably. Be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably what's gonna happen. Cause I came home and that's the first thing that got turned on because I can't play Gears of War. I'm
Right.
trying to do it online, but forget that noise. Tomorrow I'm coming home playing Gears of War
Right.
until the kid gets here.
Nice.
Yeah, but I love it. I wish they would make a video game like that you could follow the story of the Avatar
Right.
and do the Avatar, become the Avatar, like learn how to do all these different bending. Like you got to learn
Right.
fire, water, air, earth. You got to learn those. Like obviously, as the Avatar, you can you start either as fire, water, or you start as one of them. You learn how to do yours, and then when you're the Avatar, you learn to do all of them, so you
Right.
can maintain peace and whatnot within the world. Is basically what you're trying to do, which is fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. Do you have anything else to add there? The voice.
Movie wise and things like that. I'm kind of looking forward to what OMD brought to the table. I was just a huge Naked Gun fan. Leslie Nielsen is a comic genius in my
Yes.
book. Yeah, I still remember as a kid discovering comedy and watching him on the Rosie O'Donnell show. And he's sitting up there and he has this like makeshift fart noise machine. And he's just the whole time during this live interview, he's just ripping these things and like he's trying to play it. It was so funny to me as a kid. So yeah,
Don't lie, it's still funny.
Oh, it's still hilarious. I still watch Naked Gun movies. I think
that's awesome.
Like I said, I think they're fantastic. And the fact that O.J. Simpson is in them even tickles me even more because, well, he was a fun guy, eh? So anyways, yeah. Yeah, other than that, I don't have any entertainment news coming up.
Let people know where they can find you, my friend.
Well, you can always check me out on Mondays at 7 p.m. where I do a Raw preview recap show where me, Bubba Duke, and new co-host, the Bulkster, Terry Hans, joins us, and we discuss a lot of things. We discuss a lot of things on Raw. Usually 3 topics that we discuss on the previous, and then 3 that are coming up to get you caught up with Raw and see what's coming up. Then we raid out to Turnbuckle Studios at the Raw Patrol, where where I join you in the chat and have some fun. Then you can catch me on Fridays for the Deep Fried Fridays, where I talk conspiracies and I have fun, and we just have a silly goose of a time. And then Sundays, I am co-host with the Chris Parrish podcast. I am part of the Parachuters. I am not the one who tells you to jump, but I am the one who jumps with you, usually right before Mr. Parrish, because he always likes to be the last one out of the airplane. But yeah, anyways, you know the routine. So yeah, you can find me on all those spots and in a lot of chats. So just come check me out. Come have some fun.
Nice. OMD, my brother from another mother. Let us know where we can find you, my friend.
People, you can find me on the Book of Faces, Daniel Harisic. On Snapchat, One Man Dynamic, capitals on OM and D. On Twitch, OMD17, and on Discord, OMD6370. Visually, you can catch me every Monday night on the Raw Patrol and occasionally as a guest on the Raw Recap and Preview show with JJ, with Bubba Duke. Mondays on the Raw Patrol with Bubba Duke, Chris Best, Carl Carafel, and Chris Parrish. Tuesdays on Turnbuckle Talk with Chris Best and Carl Carafel. And right here on every Thursday at 8 o'clock with the man to my
The other way.
left, right, whatever it is, Bubba Duke. Big thanks to JJ for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here on the Boar's Nest.
Oh, it was fantastic.
You're always welcome here anytime you want.
Oh, thanks, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you guys.
Okay, Bubba, it's Chris making a run in here. I've got a major announcement I would like to make.
Okay.
I'm going to use your I've got a channel to make. I'm going to use your show to get it off. But on the 8th of March, I will be doing the 40 years of WrestleMania on 2K24.
Okay.
Nice. There we go.
Awesome.
And that is a Friday night.
That it is.
That'll be fun.
Awesome. Look forward to checking
Definitely
that
check
out.
that out. People out there.
Absolutely.
Definitely put that all over the social medias, people. Write it down. As for me, y'all can find me on YouTube at Bubba OMD. That's this YouTube channel you guys are watching right now. And over on the Twitches, you can see everything that I do at Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. That's over on Twitch. So definitely check it out over there. What do we have left to say? That's it. Go ahead, OMD. I know you want to.
Well, in honor of JJ being here, ladies and gentlemen, put on your crash helmets, get on the short bus, and go lick those windows, you crazy SOBs. We out.